Today I'm going to tell you an interesting story about the life of Saint Jean-Marie Vianney. Saint Jean was also known as the priest of Ars. He was born on the 8th of May, 1786 in a small town in France. Growing up, Saint Jean tended sheep and worked in the farm fields, but deep inside him he was searching for something greater. By the end of the French Revolution in 1799, all of France was in complete chaos. This meant that priests were still hunted and killed, churches stood empty, and the Christian faith was dying. But even as the religion was pushed aside, Saint Jean felt the whisper of God calling him to serve. At the age of 20, he set off to study for the priesthood. But Saint Jean encountered difficulties in his academic studies, especially the subject Latin, which nearly forced him to quit. But with the help of a kind mentor, he was ordained a priest in 1815. In his ministry, Saint Jean was assigned to the small, forgotten rural town of Ars. When he arrived, he saw that Christian faith had faded from people's hearts. He also observed that the taverns were full of people dancing, drinking, and singing, but the church was left empty, and nobody went to hear Mass. Saint Jean realized that the French Revolution's aftermath had resulted in religious ignorance and indifference among the French people. But Saint Jean believed in the power of love and sacrifice for God. He took it as his life's mission to change ours, and so he prayed endlessly and fasted for the conversion of his parishioners. During Mass, he would give educational homilies to revive their Christian faith and inspired them to deepen their relationship with God. He also encouraged his parishioners to take confession as often as they could, for Saint John was known to say, "The Lord is more eager to forgive than we are to ask for forgiveness." One of the most remarkable things done by Saint Jean was that he spent hours listening to his parishioners' confessions. According to some accounts, he spent up to 16 hours in the confessional during summer and 12 hours in winter, tirelessly hearing confessions. He barely slept and only ate potatoes in his meals. This was why, in most of his images, he was portrayed as a skinny priest, which manifested his sacrifice for his people. But, as a result, his parishioners of Ars started to come back. Then, the people from other villages flocked to hear Saint Jean's confessions until thousands from across France came to see him. Some people waited for days just to confess to him. On August 4th, 1859, at the age of 73, Saint Jean died from natural death. Though he passed away, his legacy lived on in the hearts of the people of Ars. His small parish grew bigger until a huge shrine was built in his name. Later, Saint Jean was canonized by Pope Pius XI, and today he is celebrated as the patron saint of parish priests. His feast day is celebrated every 4th of August. If you like stories like this, follow, like, and subscribe.